a review. Today I'm going to be asking the question, if you were to be transported into an anime, what anime would you be transported into? And here are the rules that I thought of. First, if you're going to be transported into an anime, you are just going to be aligned with the species. And I'm going to be using Dragon Ball for all these examples. So if I were to be transported into Dragon Ball, I would have to be a human with no powers or anything, but I can gain them. But I would have to train like them. So for instance, I get transported, I can get those powers, but I would have to train for what, 40 years or whatever is how long Goku took to train like that. So it's all possible. And those are going to be the rules I'm going to be following with. So without further ado, let's begin. First off, Attack on Titan. Okay, who the hell would want to be in Attack on Titan at all? There is no powers or anything that you could gain from it. Or if you could become a Titan, but you have to actively try to get it. And if you were just a random citizen, you would have no clue what to do. You would just be running around trying to survive. It would be awful. It'd be a hellhole to be in. So obviously, zero. I'm not going in there. Next is Dragon Ball. We're going to be talking about Dragon Ball again. No. I wouldn't want to be into Dragon Ball, mostly because throughout the entire series, people die a lot. And the only people that seem to survive are the ones who have trained the hardest. And I'm not training like that. Like, it'd be cool to blast laser beams, but it would be 40 years of intense training to even match something like that. And I'd be a human. Like, damn, I'm not doing that. Plus, you die a lot. Like, we see the world get brought back to life a lot of times due to the fact that people like Cell or Majin Buu just go around killing everyone. It would suck to live in that world, so obviously not. It would be interesting, like you could get the Dragon Balls, but again, you just summon there as a human. So unless you're a tech whiz or something or work towards it, you're not getting the Dragon Balls. High School DxD, that's going to be the next one.
Oh no, not again.
Why the hell would you want to be transported in there? Like I said, you're just an ordinary human. Unless you stumble across the right tribe, where all the girls just seem to be all over you, you're just gonna die. Like most of them we've seen just kill humans. So it would just suck. You'd be in high school with some absolute baddies, but I don't think so. I think that would just be an awful. You'd just be going to high school. It would just be like your normal life is right now. It wouldn't be fun. I give it a 0, 2. Absolute horrible, except for that off chance that somehow you get into a harem and then you win at everything. Food Wars.
For the love of God!
Now, Food Wars, I actually think that it's cool because in that universe, it's not necessarily that you have to be in that school to be able to do some of this amazing stuff. Their clothes just fall off and fly and they orgasm every time that's good food. So in that universe, you just have to become a good chef, which is easier said than done if you put a lot of time and effort into it. So if I get that good, all of a sudden I could just make people nut at the existence of my food. It would be incredible. And again, a lot of people in that show do that. It's not just like one chef is able to do that. So many of them are. So obviously it's possible, which I think would be a cool power to just be able to do that. I don't know, just have your food so amazingly goodness, and everyone in that universe is hot anyway, so I would call that like an A tier at least. So to be honest, yeah, that's the only one I'd kind of be transferred into as of right now. Okay, I'm just gonna make this category brief. Any romance comedy animes would be stupid to be transported into, because a lot of them are just high school kids doing high school kid things. Going to parades, going to celebrations, going to school, going to sport events. Like, really, you just want to live a regular high school life then. That is so boring and so stupid. A lot of you are probably in high school right now. You could just live life, and it would be the exact same. And like I said, you're not the main character in the universe, so you're not going to be having all these girls just surround you constantly. No, you're just going to be a high school guy. It would suck, man. Awful decision. I give that one a 0 too. You know what? I give it a 1, because at the very least, your life isn't in danger all the time. So, you know what? Get some points on the board there. Good for you. Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail would be an interesting one, I'd say, because anyone, it seems, can learn magic in that universe or not. Like, there seems to be a high level of magic users, so the chances of you having magical abilities are pretty high. And the fact that you can train and harness those powers to be able to become one of the top wizards, it just seems like a lot of training and practice. And unlike Dragon Ball, where only a few can ever match the powers that you have a lot higher of a chance of being useful. So, you know what? I'd give it like a solid 3, because obviously your life is still in danger and there's still people that could blast you off the face of the earth, but at least you can get cool powers. It seems like an interesting way to go. Beastars. So let's pretend you're a furry for a second, unless you are a furry. You're an animal and there's a 50-50 chance whether you're a carnivore or a herbivore. Now, the odds seem stacked against you, but I think I'd take my chances, to be honest. You're always going to have to eat like a vegan though, so that would kind of suck, but there is black markets where you can eat, but then you have to kind of think about it that you're eating your own kind. But I mean, you get to be like a cool animal or something. You get to have certain aspects of an animal that are in the real life. So for instance, if you're a wolf, you would be quick on your feet, you would be strong. If you're a bear, you'd just be ridiculously ripped. If you're a tiger, as we see there before, you'd also be ridiculously ripped. But there's also that 50% chance that you could be a herbivore, so you'd just be like weak, but at least you have like a cool body that goes along with it. Like, I don't know, you're a deer or something, so you get like cool antlers or something and like hang ornaments on. But if you're a rabbit, like that would absolutely suck. I feel bad for any rabbits in that universe. You're small, you're helpless, and your only purpose is to get eaten, because that's how life works. So honestly, you know what? I'd put Beastars in a middle tier. I would not mind getting transported in a world where I have a 50-50 chance of being good looking or super strong.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Now, I wouldn't want to be transferred in this world, and here's why. You could get a stand, but the arrow that makes stands appear is very rare and is used on people that are just around the Joestar family to be able to kill them. Would it really be that cool? Like, you could get a stand, but the odds of it happening are so rare, and if you get caught up in any of these battles that happen around the world or whatever, you're just dead. You're immediately dead. Or you come across the wrong stand user at the wrong time and he just decapitates you and there's no way to bring you back from world. So I'd give it like a solid 1 because there is a chance you could get a stand, or a really cool stand. Okay, Promise Neverland. No, I would not want to be transferred into Promise Neverland. Like, what? That is a death sentence and a half. And I'm not smart enough. Like, I'd be in there with all the other kids and they'd be having this escape plan. I'd be like, I just forgot the escape plan. Can someone run over it? Like, right in the middle as we're escaping. I'd be like, dude, just brief me on it quickly. I forgot everything. I was supposed to bring a rope. Someone really should have told me. You know, I'm just gonna go home. Like, I don't mind being eaten at this point. This kind of sucks. I'm going home. Like, I would be the worst person there. So to be transferred into that world and just be a kid that just whole purpose is getting eaten, and I'm not smart enough to make an escape plan, so I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be eaten alive. That's it. I'm not winning anything. So 0 immediately just for my stupidity alone. 7 Deadly Sins. Now that's an interesting one, because in 7 Deadly Sins, people have power levels, and anyone can reach a certain power level. If I were to be transferred into it, there's like a good chance I could be actually born as a demon, angel, all these other species that I could be born as. So it would be kind of interesting, but chances are I'd be a human because that's where all the fighting takes place and everything. And as a human in that world, that would suck. Of course, there are strong humans, as we see, like Bond, but he had a special ability that made him immortal. To be him, to be able to learn about that stuff and to be able to try to do that would be cool. But most humans in that show suck. They're very underpowered. They peak at a certain level and they never extend past that. The rest of the people are usually fairies, giants, demons, and angels that have all the power, but nah, humans rely on everyone else to fix their problems. I would say it's cool though, because humans can be powerful. I give it like a solid 2 or 3, like just high enough, but just low enough to say, nah, I'm not doing that. That's so stupid. The next one would be Demon Slayer.
All right, looks like we're good to go.
So this is it, huh? I wonder what exactly makes it S-Class. My God! It's beautiful!
Now, Demon Slayer actually would be interesting too. It would be a solid middle ground for me. You see it in the show that the demons don't actually go out and just cause huge amounts of terror unless they are in the middle of a Hashira fight. Like in the entertainment district area, the place wasn't destroyed until they started fighting the demons. So as long as I'm out of there by the time they start fighting, then, you know, I'm chilling, I'm fine. But I could also find these people and I could become like a cool swordsman myself. I could train hard, I could fight demons, and you know what? I think that would be cool. I don't mind dying to some demons. Or I could become a demon myself. I always thought about that. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to become a demon. Like, I would try to find these top 10, and I'd probably be like, oh, you know what? I am the right person for the job because I'm just the coolest. Like, look at me. Look cool. So, you know what? I wouldn't mind it. I'd have a lower chance of dying because they only get into fights and you could see them from a mile away, I suppose. Demons aren't everywhere unless you're out in the middle of the woods, which I wouldn't. I'd be in the city. I'd be safe. I wouldn't be anywhere near the woods. I think I'd be chilling, but again, there is that danger, so I give it a good middle round, a middle area, to be honest. Okay, Konosuba, we're gonna go with that. Main character is killed and he's transported to another world. Now, in this sense, I'm gonna be talking about being the main character because that's what isekais are. If I were to be in an isekai anime, I wouldn't very much enjoy it. Now, in a lot of them, they are reborn and they can't die. They're the main characters of the show. But if I were the main character, man, I'd just lose. I am not smart enough or, like I said, lucky enough with these characters. The characters only rely on luck. A lot of them are scrawny and weak. Actually, you know what? Take back everything I said. I would be the best main character in one of these. Because unlike the other ones where they're lazy and stupid and don't know anything and they just go around and they get hit and they whimper and cry. I don't like this. I'm so weak. No, I would be built like a tank. I'd roll up to everyone and I'd just kill everyone. I'd be the best main character because they give me a sword and shield and I know what to do with it. And I go into battle just slicing everyone's head off and just taking everything that I can, robbing everyone. I would be the best main character. Unlike the main character in Konosuba, I would actually know what to do. I would be able to make so much money that I would have like 8 mansions, 2 million guards. I basically make my own kingdom at that point. And have like own servants. But this guy's such an idiot that he loses all sense of reality every time he even sees a gold shekel on the ground. So to be honest, I would be awesome. And with that said, those are going to be some picks. So tell me in the comments, if you guys were to be dropped in an anime, what anime would it be and for what reason? So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy it. And I will see you all in another video or live stream. Goodbye.